Welcome back, everybody, from London, from the bye week. We're back. Football is back, baby. If you guys have, by some chance, missed anything from the past 2 weeks with the Carolina Panthers, head over to charlotteobserver.com, check out all of our stories, our videos. We have got you covered front to back, everything that you could possibly want to know, and even some things you might not want to know about the Carolina Panthers. But as the team comes back from the bye week, the number one thing that you and everybody else, and seemingly the entire NFL, wants to know is, what are the Panthers going to do at quarterback? Cam Newton's obviously been rehabbing from a Lisfranc injury in his foot since the Panthers' Week 2 loss to Tampa Bay. That's the last time he played. And as Cam has said in his video blog that he released since then, he knew he probably shouldn't have been playing right then.
We have a quick weekend Thursday night's game versus Tampa Bay. I'm thinking I got to put my stamp on this game. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't run. I can't run. It's one thing to have the ability to run and not, rather than to have opportunities to run and you can't.
Since Cam went out of the lineup, the Panthers' injury timeline with him has been all over the place. At first he was day-to-day, then he was week-to-week, then it was indefinite, and now the Panthers have gotten to a point where they have told Cam, just get healthy. Take your time. Ain't no rush. Ain't no rush. Just do what you need to do to get your body back to 100%, because if Cam Newton's not playing at 100%, you see some of the poor statistics that line up from those first 2 games this season. And obviously Cam Newton's value as a quarterback is not just in his arm. It's in his ability to run the ball. And so that foot injury has not only sapped his mechanics from a throwing standpoint, it's taken away a part of his game that's the most dynamic. For all that we can say about what Cam has accomplished in the past, there's no denying that Kyle Allen during this 4-game win streak has been incredibly successful. In his first game against the Arizona Cardinals, he threw for 4 touchdowns. The last time the Panthers took the field, he again was the star of the show. Christian McCaffrey was held under 60 rushing yards, and Kyle Allen was the one consistently moving the Panthers offense, leading them on a 99.5-yard drive to score. The guy clearly has talent. Because of this whole swirling situation, there have been so many reports and talking heads and television analysts and pundits coming out and saying that the Panthers should look to move on from Cam Newton. That is ridiculous.
I think it begs the question, would they look to trade him in the offseason? And I would think the answer would be yeah.
Cam Newton is the Carolina Panthers' best quarterback when fully healthy, but that health problem has been something that people want to point to now. But in Cam Newton's career, he has never missed more games than he currently has this season. Never before in a season has he missed 4 games. And so that whole Cam Newton can't stay healthy knock doesn't necessarily hold up. It does to some extent in the fact that Cam hasn't been as healthy in recent seasons. He is continuing to miss small amounts of time. But with the way he plays the quarterback position, isn't that to be expected? The other thing about these Cam Newton trade rumors are this. If the Carolina Panthers have such a robust market for Cam, if there are indeed 12, 15, 20 teams around the league calling them, inquiring about Cam's availability, why the hell would they trade him? If other teams want the guy so badly, don't you think that they would as well? And that's because they do. And so as this Cam Newton, Kyle Allen, whatever you want to call it, comes to a head in the next several weeks, the most important thing to remember is this. A healthy Cam Newton is better than a healthy Kyle Allen. No matter who ends up starting for the rest of this year, Cam Newton's future with the Carolina Panthers is at a more perilous point than it has ever been before, with the concerns about his contract and now having missed several games, serious injuries in back-to-back off seasons. It's getting to the point where never before, but finally now, the Panthers have to start asking themselves, what does life look like after Cam Newton? The question is, do they embrace that life now, or do they stave it off and see what the best player in franchise history has left in the tank? Let me leave you guys with a couple of final remarks. Start the play clock. Eventually, Cam's going to be ready to play, and Kyle Allen is still going to be the starting quarterback. And at that point, Coach Ron Rivera is going to have to make one of the more difficult decisions of his tenure in Charlotte. Does he ride with the hot hand, or does he go back to Cam? And ultimately, there's a number of ways this can play out. Either Kyle Allen will struggle and the Panthers will lose and it will be an easy progression to give Cam back the starting job, or Kyle will continue playing well and the Panthers keep winning and Cam can take a little more time to get back to that full bill of health. But in the long run, the Carolina Panthers are better equipped as a playoff contender, as a Super Bowl contender, if they go back to Cam Newton as their starting quarterback. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.